On the past few months, we have met different industry leaders who are making a big difference. All of them are, of course, SSEAYP alumni members. Welcome to the last episode of Just Cruisin with SIT. I am Pia, your host. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng sumubaybay at nakinig sa mga istoryang nagsimula sa balkon ng ship for the Southeast Asian and Japanese Youth Program. Today, we will meet another pride of SSEAYP. Our guest became the director of the Cruisin Science High School, Western Visayas Campus, and is now the director of the Department of Science and Technology, Science Education Institute. She holds multiple distinctions from national and international award-giving bodies for her work in education. Most notably, she is the winner of the prestigious Intel Excellence in Teaching competition in Kentucky in 2002, the first ever Asian to win the said award. She bagged it for her innovative strategies in teaching science research to her students. As part of the Intel Award, MIT Clinton Laboratory Aerospace Division named an asteroid after her. Planet 13241 was renamed Planet Biyo after this amazing Filipino educator who equipped and motivated her students to pursue their own scientific pursuits. SIT is proud to have Dr. Biyo as part of our alumni roster, being a participating youth in the SHIP program in 1978. Let's welcome Dr. Josette Biyo. Hello po, Doctor.
Hi, Pia, and thank you for this honor of interviewing me. It's a pleasure, and I'm very excited to talk about my SSEAYP experience almost 45 years ago.
So you were an ambassador of goodwill in SSEAYP. What is your fondest memory of the ship?
The best experience and my fondest memory so far are the homestays and the cultural visits. The other countries may look similar, but I was very much touched by what I saw in Japan. Well, I saw the explosion of colors in autumn. I experienced the first drop of frost, or was it snow? I was amazed by the beautiful Mount Fuji, and I told myself that if time will come that I will be able to paint or would know how to paint, I will capture the beauty of Japan through my paintings. But of course, I remember fully well those homestays that I had in Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Singapore, and even with my fellow batchmates here in the Philippines, we did have lots of fun.
Dr. Biyo, you mentioned about Mount Fuji. Were you able to go to the Mount Fuji, or is it just a view from the Nippon Maru?
We went to the foot of Mount Fuji with my batchmate, other Japanese friends, and there was frost, there was snow, and we were all very excited. I cannot explain my feeling. I just felt in love with the program. I enjoyed every moment. The singing of the songs of the different countries, which I can memorize up to now. So sometimes I sing them, yes. I know how to sing the Loy Kratong, the Sakura, the Rasa Sayang A, and the Indonesian songs, which I still sing up to now, because when I came back after that program, I used to play my guitar and sing the songs because they evoke a lot of happy memories. But what I love most also during the program were the informal discussions with some of the participants. It is during these informal discussions that I got to know them better, and I have established friendships.
Can you tell us more about your solidarity group?
Yeah, in our group, well, even if that was already 45 years ago, the program I meant, we still have a chat group. So we connect with each other, but most of all, we just send greetings to make our presence felt. And I get to see some of them in my travels in line with my work. Well, I work at the Science Education Institute. One program is to provide scholarships in priority areas, which are not yet very strong in the Philippines. So I established collaboration with other countries. We have lots of scholars in Japan, and every time I go there, I meet with my batchmates. We have dinners. Some of them are very generous to bring me around during free time so I can see the beauty and the sights. And we had lots of talks, discussions, um, telling about our past experiences and those times when we get to see some of our batchmates in line with our work. It was such a precious memories. And 45 years ago, now we look older, but the experience still feel the same and the discussions are richer.
And this year po, 2023, we are commemorating the 50th anniversary of ASEAN-Japan friendship. What are your thoughts about this milestone? Especially you started 45 years ago.
SSEAYP is really very successful in forging international relationships, especially our relationships with Japan and other ASEAN countries. SSEAYP has also inspired me to learn more about this country. So after the program, I read a lot about Japan, ASEAN, their education, their history, most especially their culture, and even economics, and most especially education. So I would know where to send our scholars. I would know whom to collaborate in the activities that we do. So SSEAYP has really played a very strong impression and impact on me in my life, and most especially in my career also.
And speaking of your career and advocacy po, tell us what you are doing now or the projects that you are preoccupied and your current advocacies and passion.
I'm connected with the government, which is mandated to increase the number of science and technologies, engineers, human resources in the country. So our biggest program is the scholarship program, both at the undergraduate and graduate levels. Currently, this year, we are supporting over 53,000 scholars. 47,000 of them are studying in the Philippines. The rest are pursuing their MS and PhDs in about 24 countries abroad. These are in areas which are not yet very strong in the country. We also organize teacher trainings to help improve the quality of the science and mathematics education in the country. But most of all, we promote science to children so they will be encouraged to pursue science and have science, engineering, and technology as their future careers. So it's a lot of work, but it's fun because that is my passion.
Actually, it's really nice to hear it. It's fun because some people, they might be intimidated with science. Your institute for the OSU is making science fun for everyone, especially for children.
I draw inspiration from the SSEAYP experience to develop the 4-day leadership bootcamp for our scholars, and it's very successful. It has been running now nationwide for 2 years, and we're getting better, and we're getting a lot of beautiful feedbacks from our scholar. It has strengthened our relationships. They see SEI not just as a financial institution that provides further scholarships, but we saw ourselves as a big family that has a mission to undertake, and that is to contribute to nation building. Okay, for some SSEAYP alumni, especially for those young ones like you, my advice is that first, follow your passions, do what you love most. It will take time. Maybe after graduation, you cannot even see what your passions are. It needs time. But continue to love what you're doing and find your strengths, find your pathway. Second, continue to learn, because in this era of digital transformation, artificial intelligence, digitization, there are really a lot of changes going on. Some of the things that we have learned in the past and even current things that are being taught in some of our universities are becoming obsolete. So let us continue to learn if we want to make ourselves relevant. We have to cope, we have to adjust, we have to adapt. Third is that make a difference in your workplace, in your community, in society, and in the world. So making a difference simply means giving the best of yourself. For me, making a difference simply means others feel better or others are happier because of my presence. It is inspiring others to be also their best. And lastly, remain humble, grateful, and kind wherever you are and whatever you have achieved.
Wow, that's really touching lessons po. And I hope that a lot of viewers right now are really inspired by their words. I'm sure they are, as I am. I really feel your passion po and what you're doing. So tell us, what are the lessons that did SSEAYP teach you that up to now influence your personal and professional life?
Yes, SSEAYP was lots of fun. It was a great avenue for learning and for fostering friendships and for learning about other people and cultures. Also for developing our leadership skills. So SSEAYP has influenced me to learn, to be curious, especially about our ASEAN neighbors. It has opened my perspective to a lot of things. And second, in the ship, and I want people to remember this always, in the ship or wherever you are, you may not be able to memorize all the names and all the faces, but there are certain people which will have an impact in your life. Like me, I can count them, not many, but they have really made a tremendous impact in my life. And these are people who will remain in your hearts forever. And the third lesson that I learned during SSEAYP is that let us not underestimate simple acts of kindness. I came from a province and I was a bit shy, but the most important aspect in that program, which enabled me to really enjoy it, are the simple acts of kindness from other people, from other participants. So they helped me go out of my comfort zone, and they have made a difference in my life, and I really treasure them. Naiiyak na nga ako pag ma-remember ko sila. Yes. So never underestimate simple acts of kindness. They can make a difference in the lives of other people.
Parang naiiyak na din tuloy ako. But simple act of kindness, and I totally agree with that po. Can you give us a specific na small action ng TY that really touched you?
Well, one of that is even here in the Philippines, because I think I was one of the youngest and some of the participants were already professional. During the preparations, I will just sit in the corner and not talk, because at that time I was not really very talkative, and like now I can talk for hours. And I remember this one participant, Catalino Dilim or John Dilim. He has become an ambassador in many countries, and in fact I visited him 2 years ago when he was retired already. He would go to me and said, "Come, Josette, let us practice. Oh, you do this, do that." And it encouraged me a lot. It encouraged me a lot. And also in the ship, there were participants, not even Filipinos, other participants from other countries who would talk to me, reach out to me, and do the first step to initiate discussions. And I really appreciated that.
Even our words really matter to people.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that, Dr. Rabia. Before we end this SSEAYP reminiscing and memories, let's play a SSEAYP mini game. So I will be reading some statements and questions related to SSEAYP. Then you have to give us your top of mind answers. Okay? All right. So are you ready po, Dr. Rabia?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. What is your favorite food in SSEAYP?
Actually, I like all the food. I cannot remember any particular dish.
Okay. But right now po, what is your favorite food in general?
Well, here in the Philippines, I still like adobo, but when I'm in Japan, I like sushi.
Yes, we all love sushi. Okay, next. Favorite place to hang out sa ship?
In my pictures, I saw that I was always in the deck with our friends taking pictures. I have a lot of pictures on the deck of Nippon Maru.
Favorite ship activity?
Actually, I like the cultural night, the cultural activities where we sing, learn other songs, and just have fun.
Okay. Did you have your national presentation at the ship?
We did have cultural presentations, like we sang Dahil Sa'yo.
Yeah.
And I also remembered some of our Filipino participants dancing the Filipino dance, the Paseo de Iloilo, something like that. So we did have fun.
Name or cabin mate?
Kay, she was Japanese and she's from Kyoto. She brought me to her home in Kyoto. I will never forget that.
Okay. Name your international closest friend in SSEAYP.
My international closest friend was Bon.
From
Yukio
what country?
Toyoshima from Japan.
Oh, from Japan as well.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's really nice. Name your Filipino closest friend in Kayla.
Philip Garcia.
Philip Garcia, from what region?
He's from Manila. He
Okay.
was working at the time, but he graduated at Ateneo. I think Philip became a director, a stage director.
Wow, that's really nice. So from NCR. Name the cutest person in the ship during your program. Or just the nationality.
Well, the nationality, my roommate was Kay. She was very beautiful.
Pinaka-namimiss niyo po sa ship. It can be a person, an activity, or an item.
I miss all of them. I miss my closest friends, and I even miss my foster parents.
Yes, that's true. Biggest regret in the program.
My biggest regret was that I did not reach out to as many participants. I only had few very close friends. I think I just felt comfortable hanging out with those that I am comfortable with. But looking back, I could have had many friends. I could have formed friendships from Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and the rest.
The next series of questions po will be answered by yes or no.
Yes.
Yes or no? Nasisik
Yes.
po ba kayo during the shift?
No, no.
Sisik.
No.
Wow. As in, like, ano po yung secret nyo para hindi mo sisik? Ano yung po nasisisik po shift?
I think it was just mindset. When I feel lonely, I sing. I sing alone.
Wow.
I
Okay.
just enjoyed a lot. I'm fond of writing, so I just keep writing, keeping a journal, something like that. I'm busy. I preoccupy myself, and everything is just so overwhelming that I had no time to be seasick.
Okay. Wow, that's really nice and that's very productive. And I can sense po that you love singing.
Yes.
Wow, that's good. Next po, nag-stick out po ba kayo after night patrol?
No. I was a
Wow.
good. I followed instructions to the letter.
I agree, dapat po. Pati po ako ganun. Okay, next po, yes or no, na-late po ba kayo sa morning exercise?
No. I was always there.
Okay, always present and always early. Next, umiyak po ba kayo when you said goodbye sa homestay family?
Yes, I cried a lot. And most especially, I cried a lot when we were sent to Narita Airport to go back to the Philippines. I hugged with Philip and with my Japanese friend. I think we hugged the longest time among the departing delegates. Grabing iyak ko.
Yes. What was the most touching experience you had on the ship po?
Well, I can recall every time we would leave our homestays, then we would roll out ribbons and say goodbye to our host families. That's very memorable.
That's true. Okay, next po, last na po ito. Would you like to be back on the ship?
Of course, I want to be back on the ship and be with my friends and batchmates. I want to meet all of them. In the line of the line of work that I do when I visit Japan, some of our Japanese batchmates would bring me around, and when I go back to the Philippines, I paint. And I would like to inform you that I will have my first one-woman show this coming October at the PICC, and it will feature the different seasons of Japan.
Is it open to public po?
Yes, it's open to public because it is also part of a big event that I'm helping to spearhead. We will be having the first National Science and Technology Youth Innovation Festival. That will be the first for the country. It's like a National Science and Engineering Fair, but this time our target are kids.
So maraming po tayong aabangan para kay Dr. Josette Biyo. Is there anything else that you want to say po, ma'am?
Well, I would like to thank our governments and most especially the Japan government for spearheading and supporting this activity. So please continue to have this program because it is creating a positive impact among our youth. It promotes really goodwill and our desire to build a peaceful country and a peaceful world.
Yes. Thank you so much po, Dr. Biyo. We really had fun talking to you and we learned a lot. We are so inspired and really motivated and we promise to support your endeavor po. So thank you so much for being here, ma'am. So,
Thank you
yan.
very much for this opportunity.
Ayan. So maraming salamat po sa ating mga manonood. I'm sure na marami po tayo natutunan kay Dr. Josette Biyo. And again, together, let's be inspired and get into the stay-up-stick mode. Again, I am Pia and this is just Cruisin with SSEAYP. Thank you so much. Goodbye.